And just like that, a homemade dressing. Too good. Hey girl, hey, it's me, Amber D, and thank you so much for coming through for another video. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, girl, so I am just getting into a little meal prep right quick. Well, actually, I'm not really prepping meals per se. I'm more or less prepping for meals. That might be a better description of what's happening right now. But in a better effort to clean up my diet and avoid things that will break out my skin as I grow into more and more things that irritate my skin. I'm trying to switch to a more, like I said, a clean diet, a more anti-inflammatory foods that won't upset my digestive system and that also won't irritate my skin. It was about this time last year when I realized refined sugar is another thing that will irritate my skin. So I remember going through my pantry and refrigerator and most of the things that I ate on a regular basis and really paying attention to the macros in those items and looking at the sugar specifically and getting to a point where I was having less than 25 grams of added sugar per day. And at this point, I think I'm very much less than 25 grams of sugar per day. Of course, there are some days where, you know, I may indulge or have a cheat day or whatever and I have more, and that's fine. I'm never worried about that. I just make sure I don't have too many of those days back to back or too many of those days, period. So I've gotten pretty good at limiting my refined sugar. And then, as I mentioned to you in my New Year video, I have recently gained weight on purpose, which I'm very excited about. It was all a part of the plan. And I've been able to get it to 6, which is great. But I've noticed, you know, as my body is adjusting to having more weight and eating more food to keep that weight, some things are not always moving as smoothly as they normally do. Not every single day and not super disruptive, but there are times where things are getting a little uncomfortable. So I wanted to add more fiber to my diet and clean up some things just to where things aren't getting really super congested in there and just making things uncomfortable. So that was just kind of the motivation behind all of this. And a lot of things are things that I was eating on a regular basis anyway. So I just kind of removed some things and added in more of the good things. So that's what we're working on here today. I'm just going to be prepping some stuff so I have some easy breakfast and snack options, and then some stuff also that I can add on to for lunch or dinner when I'm making actual food for those meals, lunch and dinner. I can add in some of these fresh ingredients already chopped, ready to go. So it's easy for me to put together a meal with a lot of, you know, anti-inflammatory foods that won't overload my whole meal with a bunch of heavier ingredients. right, girl. So this is what I have meal prepped so far. Let's go through it. I got some stuff for salads. I got my chopped green leaf lettuce, enough for 2 salads, small salads, like a side salad as a side dish or something like that. And I have my diced Roma tomato and my cucumber. I also have some boiled eggs there for the salads. Again, these are more or less like side salads. So as we get deeper into the week, I may add some baked chicken, or I may again have this on the side for dinner or lunch or something like that. And I may have chicken or another protein as the main dish. But these are just like little mini side salads already prepped and ready to go. And then I have some cereal for breakfast along with the bananas. I have these juices here. These are 100% juice from Bolthouse Farms. This is the strawberry banana, and then this is the green goddess one. This is just enough to get me through 1 week. I like to have these in the morning before I'm really ready for food, but when I'm hungry for something, I like to just drink one of these. And then I have some snacks here. This is just diced up mango, and these are some sliced up Granny Smith apples in little baggies here, 3 of them. I also found these little Happy Tot bars. These are for kids or babies even, I think, but I've been trying to increase my fiber intake, and they're all 100% natural ingredients. And you know, my skin is so picky, a lot of ingredients would just kind of break me out. So this is just another way of me trying to get, you know, really clean ingredients into my diet so that it doesn't upset my skin. And then I also have some avocado dip here. This is the brand that I like to use. It's from Guac On Avocado Dip, and it's literally just avocados. It has the ingredients: Hass avocados, sea salt, lime juice, black pepper, and that's it. And I add a little bit more salt and pepper, give it a good stir, and I separate it into these baggies. And I'll freeze them, and I'll just grab one at a time if I want to have one on a salad, or if I'm having like a taco bowl or tacos, or you know, husband loves when I make nachos. I'll just grab one of these and put it in a little bit of water, and it defrosts quickly. If I'm taking it to work as a part of something I'm having for lunch, I'll just throw it in my lunch bag frozen and pop it in the refrigerator at work. And by the time I'm ready for lunch, it's already thawed out, but still really cold and ready for whatever I'm about to put it on. All right, girl. So what I'm about to do now is make a homemade dressing to put together my little pasta salad. I got this lentil pasta because, again, I want to sub the not so good items with better choices to have the same foods that I enjoy. You know, I love me some pasta salad, and I went crazy on it last summer knowing that the salad dressing I was using had soybean oil in it and broke me all the way out. So instead of just using regular pasta, I got this lentil pasta, red lentil pasta, and it has 15 grams of plant-based protein and then 6 grams of fiber. Again, to help with my digestion and also anti-inflammatory. So I have my red lentil pasta, very good. And then I have some more of the diced tomatoes and cucumber to go in that. And then I'm gonna make a dressing, a homemade dressing. I saw this recipe on Pinterest from a Black female chef, and she has a bunch of plant-based and healthy substitutes on her platform. So I got one of the recipes and I'm going to try it out. I have extra virgin olive oil, Dijon mustard, lemon juice, maple syrup, minced garlic, and salt and pepper. So these are all items that I've had before and I enjoy. I've never had them all together, or at least that I'm aware. As far as Dijon mustard, it's not something I like. I've had Dijon mustard on sandwiches before, and it's not really something I like. But I'm interested to see how it's going to taste mixed all together with these other ingredients that I do really like. So let me get a little... I'm just going to put it in this little container here, and I have all my stuff. Yeah, I'm enjoying my recent weight gain. I've been trying to gain weight my entire adult life, and it would always get to the point where I would gain a few pounds and then I would lose a few. Like I was never really able to keep it on. And I, especially at this point in life where I'm not really, like I'm not eating a lot of sugar, so I'm not eating a lot of snack cakes and desserts and things like that that were helping with me gain weight before. I'm not eating a lot of dairy products, so that eliminates a source of protein right there. I'm not drinking a lot of milk or having a lot of yogurt bowls or things like that. I was having um, my plant-based yogurt, and I was making yogurt bowls with that, but that wasn't really getting me a lot of protein, which is not what I was eating it for at the time. But I just kind of substituted a lot of things right now for other options. All right, and I'm just loving that it's just these few ingredients. Because with me, the more ingredients, the more it irritates my skin. All right. So we just got the extra virgin olive oil, maple syrup, lemon juice, Dijon mustard, minced garlic, and salt and pepper. And just like that, a homemade dressing. Too good. Okay. Give it a little stir. That's not bad. It doesn't really taste like any other dresses that I'm super familiar with. That's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. This is just gonna be for me. I'm gonna put this whole thing on a pasta salad. It's just gonna be for me. Let me get my okay, so I got my pasta, tomatoes and cucumber, and you know my pasta salad is super simple. I don't like a whole bunch of extra stuff in it. I guess kind of the same as this salad dressing. I like just a few ingredients, just the pasta, tomato and cucumber, pasta, tomato and cucumber, and then I have some shredded cheese, not too much, because again, I'm not doing too much dairy, but cheese is, I feel like cheese is always going to be a part of my life. I mean, as someone who's trying to eat as clean as possible, I don't see myself never having another really big, thick, juicy bacon cheeseburger with fries or a glass of wine or any of those. I mean, all of those things are inflammatory. Those are not anti-inflammatory. Those are very inflammatory. But I'm not going to not have them ever. I'm just going to have them in moderation. And what I'm substituting in is things that are much better for me. So I'm going to add my dressing on. I'm not really sure how much I'm going to add. I know last time I made this, I typically like to have my pasta salad really juicy. Like I like a lot of extra sauce. Oh, I almost forgot, girl. My pasta salad seasoning. Yeah. Can't forget the seasoning. This stuff is too good. It tastes like pasta salad. Oh, it smells like pasta salad. All right, let's give it a taste. Got a bite with a little bit of everything. Ooh. I really like this dressing a lot. I like it. I feel like maybe the pasta needs to grow on me. It's a little different texture-wise than regular pasta, but it's not bad. I mean, I feel like as I made the transition over to different foods, some things I love right away, some things I kind of have to get used to just because I've eaten something different for so long. This dressing is good. But anyway, girl, that is it for me. I'm gonna have a little bit more of this pasta salad and put all of this stuff away. Thank you so much for meal prepping with me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.